Hey everyone, it's Vosk. I'm here with Tails, and today we're bringing you a crypto news update. We're going to be talking about Robinhood, which is offering a no-fee cryptocurrency trading option. This is a big deal, as well as the status report coming out about 75% plus of ICOs were scams in 2017. Also, Loki V3 whitepaper released, ZenCash Supernodes and their block reward changing, so miners will be receiving less, but they're implementing the whole Supernode structure, as well as they are imposing higher electric rates on miners in the US of A. What? That's not good. Welcome back to the VoskCoin YouTube channel, everyone. First off, I want to say thank you for 65K subs. Next stop, 100K. Hit that subscribe button. Help me get there. Let's kick off the news. We have Robinhood's plan to win the crypto exchange war by killing trading fees. This is a big deal. We've been a big fan of Robinhood since we heard about it and that they were getting into the crypto space. I was familiar with it. I hadn't personally used it, but you add crypto to it and you know I'm checking it out. So we joined that waiting list when they said they were going to open a crypto division as soon as we could. And we've got our referral link below on that. Basically, if you use it, you get a free stock for signing up and we get a free stock. So I appreciate when you guys use our links like that. I don't try to spam this stuff, but it's like, if you're going to do it, support your boy. This is a really big deal. The fact that they're involved, and Robinhood is not an end-all be-all solution for buying and selling cryptocurrency. They kind of lock you in their system. But the important thing is that they're going to drive prices down. You have a no-fee competitor to Coinbase, to CoinMama, and these other services that charge between 1, 2, 3, 4, and 10%. It's crazy. I'm telling you, the fees are crazy. Here we have Coinbase linked at 1.5 to 4%, and that adds up real fast. And that is not just a one-time fee. You're getting fees when you're buying and when you're selling. So you can go ahead and double that fee for the actual dollars it's going to take out of your pocket. Then we also have news of Robinhood adding Litecoin and Bcash. Oh my God, did he say that? He did. He said Bcash. So they added Litecoin and Bcash. So that's cool. I'm happy to see more cryptocurrencies added. Recently, the Sadist Group published their report, and this article is talking about that more. More than 3/4 of ICOs were scams. And it's really no surprise. I mean, you look at these ICOs, initial coin offerings, they get so much scrutiny because very often they are just simply a cash grab. There are some incredible ICOs or simply ICOs that have good promise. For example, Golem. Golem is a very interesting and promising project that made an insane dollar amount. And while they haven't really done anything yet, I'm really excited to see if they will ever deliver anything and if it is awesome, because there's one thing for certain: they definitely don't have a money issue. It's just about accomplishing their goals. And also, to be clear, I actually don't even hold any Golem anymore. It's been too much of a stagnant crypto for me personally. But like I said before, I want to see what they may bring to market. I think that's pretty interesting. As far as ICO platforms, we've got Ethereum, obviously, with the vast majority. And then I think it breaks it down right here. 86% is what they're estimating, followed by Waves at 2.9% and Neo at 2.3%. So makes sense, but Neo has had a handful of coins, ICOs created on top of their platform. Same with Waves. Pales in comparison to Ethereum, but that's what happens when you're really the first to market and you're launching that platform. You got the dApps, smart contracts. They went ahead and they beat them to the punch, and they're reaping the rewards. Personally, I think everything is a scam until proven otherwise. Just because it's an ICO does not make it automatically a scam, and just because it's not an ICO does not mean that it is just a little bit more well-crafted scam. You got to do your research there, and you got to make sure what you're buying into is not only a good idea, a good project, but you got the people in there in place to be able to make it happen. Also, in other news, you've been following the channel, we've had some Loki content. So they released the version 3 of their white paper. Way too heavy of a read for the light style I'm trying to keep this crypto news a video, but if you're into Loki, or if you possibly want to be into Loki, I would check it out. It's a really good read. I'm a big fan of this. It's a white paper, and what do you see? Everything's white, no fancy nonsense like you see in all those ICO white papers. A lot of people were wondering if they were going to include how many Loki you needed to operate a service node. So think of like a Dash Master node or ZenCash Supernode. These are going to be nodes with a purpose, and they're going to be compensated with about 50% of the block reward. It's not about 50, it is 50% of the block reward. So exciting stuff. That number has not been released, but they have reported that it will be released within about a week or so. So stay tuned. Speaking of ZenCash and their super nodes, which will allow a lot of functionality added to the ZenCash platform, and the option to, or ability to, utilize and operate side chains. So I mean, I'm telling you, this is going to grow bigger and bigger. Their Zen 2.0.14 update is coming like pretty much this week. Just in a couple of days, the block reward is going to change, and Supernodes will also go live. They're currently in beta right now if you want to mess around with that. So when they change the block reward, you can see right here, secure nodes portion is going to go up from 3.5% to 10%. Supernodes are going to get 10% of the block reward, and the treasury is going to be increased to 10% of the block reward as well. So that's like, you know, their founder's fee, their development tax, whatever you want to call it. Don't ask me why you're making less when you're mining ZenCash, because miners will only be getting 70% of the block reward. So do not ask me why you're making less on ZenCash now, because I just told you, and I'm telling you, somebody's going to ask me that. Also, in other mining news, New York State regulators approved new power rate structure for crypto miners. Tell me in the comments how that makes you feel. New York State regulators approved a new electricity rate scheme for cryptocurrency miners that will allow them to negotiate contracts. So that's pretty interesting. I understand that crypto miners are going to suck up a lot of electric, but is this necessarily fair? You know, try to take your bias out of it, because I mean, we're all crypto people here, so obviously we're going to be more inclined to defend our side. But does this make sense? Is it fair? Are you allowed to, you know, keep the normal people who are letting crypto just pass them by, missing that huge amazing opportunity? Should they get a lower electric rate, and should you be charged higher because you're chasing dreams? I mean, I don't know. It's not my place to say, but the regulators say that you will be paying more. So now are we going to enter a stage where you're like a top secret crypto miner? You're like, no, I'm not crypto mining. I just have a lot of computers, you know, so what? What if you are utilizing your compute, like your machines, but you're not technically mining? What if you're staking? I mean, that's not mining, but you are earning cryptocurrency. But if in their legislator, if it says, you know, the mining of cryptocurrency, or however they'd like to put it, I mean, I'm telling you, this is going to open a whole can of worms on this stuff. And obviously, I'm not into it. I don't really like it. And finally, Tether has appointed BMO anti-money laundering manager as chief compliance officer. So Tether, let me pull this up for you. This is crazy. So tell me what the top 10 cryptocurrencies are, and Tether's one of them. It's crazy. Why is Tether a top 10 crypto? I understand how they're issued one for one. They're supposed to be backed by $1, and if that's actually taking place is a whole nother story. But it's just kind of funny to see a cryptocurrency that is just supposed to back the US dollar, or, you know, be used in place of, is a top 10 crypto. I guess it makes sense, but just the fact that it's just kind of creeped up in here, it's funny and interesting to see. Regardless, they have been under intense scrutiny lately, and Tether USDT has hired Leonardo Real as chief compliance officer. So he was responsible for establishing practices, policies, and procedures in accordance with regulatory requirements to improve the quality of Canadians' BMO anti-money laundering (AML) investigations. So this is actually a big deal for them, and this could really help just legitimize the USDT and the cryptocurrency space. Things like this need to happen and take place to move forward. You have to work with the government to an extent. You know, you can't just roll over and lose all the freedom that cryptocurrency will hopefully bring and restore. But you gotta appease them to an extent where, you know, they're not just gonna shut crypto down, to where crypto can continue to grow and flourish. So I'm happy to see this. I think this is actually pretty important. And with gross income, baby, with growth like this, we can continue to see crypto grow. Right now, we're in this bear market. The overall sentiment is kind of down, but you need stages like this. This is a consolidation stage. Everything is building, and we're getting this platform that is going to launch cryptocurrency higher than ever before the next time it takes off. We are already more ready than ever. So when that day comes, and I hope it's sooner than later, and I hope that day comes, I'm going to be ready. I'm going to be excited. I'm going to be there, and I hope you guys are too. So make sure to hit that subscribe button and leave a thumbs up on the video. And thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.